Understand.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Jones, and welcome to the Tony Jones Show.
It's not enough. People are willing to take the risk. It's sort of a herd mentality, a lemming-like mentality. If you don't go with the flow, you're anti-American and therefore a suspect.
The Tony Jones Show, featuring punk, rockabilly, psychobilly, and Providence, Rhode Island's finest, starts right now.
He's a dangerous militia member, I hear. Oh, and there she blows.
Friends, the time for mediocrity and broadcasting is over. My name is Tony Jones, and you are tuned in to the Tony Jones Show, your destination for talk and rock. We are broadcasting here on Rhode Island Free Radio, online at rifreeradio.org. As always, thank you for tuning in and hanging out with me, kicking things off with a little Juice Head featuring Osaka pop star Waiting Room, the track you've just heard. And, of course, we always thank John and the folks at Misfits Records for taking care of us and supporting live, local, independent streaming over the airwaves, over the internet, and around the world radio, as they like to do. Every once in a while, I'll go down to my P.O. box, and there'll be a nice care packet. Well, I won't go down to my P.O. box. I'll send one of my minions down to the P.O. box, and they'll pick up the Misfits Records care package for me, and it's always got, those guys put out some great material, and so that's what we kick things off with. And we do have a full slate of local music on tap for you today throughout the program. Now, last week, the Tony Jones Show proper was off the air. However, we were broadcasting live from the first ever Rhode Island Cannabis Convention. Anybody who's listened to this show for any length of time knows that I am kind of on the front lines here in Rhode Island of the effort to legalize cannabis for folks that are 18 plus for recreational use, as it were. And I could do a whole show on talking about that issue, but well, that's what we did last weekend. So if you go to Rhode-IslandFreeRadio.org, if you missed it, if you weren't up at the convention, you go to the blog section. The podcasts are up both days. I partnered with a whole bunch of folks down there, the Coalition, and DJ Psycho Eddie from MyNightOut Radio. George Nasser from MyNightOut Radio was there. The folks from 13 Folds. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, a cannabis convention, that must have been a total cluster. And you know the following word, but I'm trying to get an FCC license here, so I can't say it. You're thinking a cannabis convention, that must have been a total cluster. However, I got to say, and you know I've been to all these conventions all up and down the East Coast, probably one of the most well put together, better conventions that I have ever attended. And you guys all know that I do not give credit where it's not due. You know, I'm kind of old school, so if I don't have anything nice to say, normally I won't say it at all. But I got to say, I was hoping that the turnout would be a little bit better, but it was a first-year convention. But, man, what a fun weekend, a well-put-together convention. If you do listen to the podcast from day one and day two, you're going to hear some very intellectual conversations. You're not going to hear a bunch of dudes in a room talking about cheeseburgers. No, we have MyNightOut Radio for that. What you are going to hear... You're going to hear some very intellectual conversation regarding the cannabis issue and, the economic impacts, the medical impacts. Now, I've always held out that the medical impacts are a little overblown. I think that if it was just available for adults to use recreationally, then you could just blow out the medical aspects of it. But I digress because the Tony Jones Show is all about rock and roll, and except for Juicehead featuring Osaka Popstar, which we just heard, which is a national act. Juicehead here in the States, Osaka Popstar, huge, of course, in Europe and Japan and here in the States. The rest of the program today, as I'm looking at the playlist, is mostly and almost all going to be local music for you. We got some double shots, as it were, as they say, coming up for you. We're going to hear two from Sex Coffee in a bit, and we're going to hear two from the October Chord in a bit. We have some Nymphadels in the mix, and we have some Evil Streaks in the mix for you. But before that, actually, speaking of the cannabis convention, I ran into these folks at said convention, and also they are the newest 90.7 WXIN, which is the Rhode Island College radio station. Their communications department throws a big rock hunt every year. They've been doing it since the 80s. Of course, your old pals Tony Jones and the Cretin 3 won in 2013, Jessica Prouty Band last year, and now these kids, they won the newest in section of the rock hunt, so we, of course, have to send big congratulations out to them. This track is called So Bad, and we're going to hear from the sweet release right here on the Tony Jones Show. You are tuned in to Rhode-IslandFreeRadio.org.
Lips right on my It's slow, girl. Nice and low, girl. Drop it slow. Nice and low. How low can you go? Yeah, baby. You're nice and tight, baby. You're nice and tight, baby. You're nice and tight, girl. Nice and tight. Woo! Baby, ride it good all night. Yeah. Baby, ride it good. And baby, ride it slow. Dance, nothing for me. Like how there's no place outside around the bay. See, you're the sweetest treat that I ever heard. God, your lips on mine, damn so bad. Just so good, so good, so good, so good. So good. So good, so good, so good, so good. Yeah, so good, so good, so good, so good. So good. Oh, you're so good, so good, so good, so good. So good. Woo! A little more. A little more. A little more. Baby, I need it. Little more. Little more. Little more. Little more. Little more. Right out of black and white. Let 'em wow. Down. Wow. God, you're so good.
2015, 90.7 WXIN. That's Rhode Island College. Rock Hunt winners. The Sweet Release. That's who you've just heard from right here on the Tony Jones Show. So Bad, the name of that one, of course, I would like to mention we kicked things off on today's program with some Juicehead featuring Osaka pop star Waiting Room. The name of that one. You were tuned in to the Tony Jones Show. Tony Jones here. Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. On the almighty Twitter, as we like to call it here, at Tony Jones NRI. Of course, don't forget to check out TonyJones.org. And I humbly ask you to check out RIFreeRadio.org. Spin in some local music for you this evening. Thank you for tuning in and hanging out. Of course, I do monitor the social media accounts throughout the broadcast. So you can go to Twitter at Tony Jones NRI, or you can go to Facebook.com/Tony Jones Show. No matter where you're listening, if you're catching us live, you can check in with me. If you have anything you would like me to talk about on the air, if you have any local requests, that is how you contact me. Now, if you're in a local band or an independent band, TonyJones.org, go ahead and click on the contact page. We have former guests queued up for you. They've been in the studio with me. And that's Goodbye. The name of this track here is a little senior discount right here on the Tony Jones Show.